think before we even started the event I said that you need a lot of time in these boats to be comfortable and be confident, and certainly I hadn't done any racing for 2 years in a turbine. So no, for me I was very much go slow, go steady and see what happens. Mass start's a bit different, everyone wants to win that, so I had a good lead there for a while until it roughed up, and then Roger sort of shot through on the inside, so it was a bit frustrating. I chased him pretty hard and took a shortcut not long at the start. I was probably going to be the only person running around on the Clutha actually, strangely. Took a shortcut, so we were pretty lucky, probably only 10 k's into that leg, so and then we just settled down and got to the finish line. Roger's always a hard charger, and we know that. So it was for me. I'm always a bit slow and steady until the second half, and my plan was really to come sort of start from the Rakaia and try and keep them close to me. And from the Rakaia, which is a river that I love racing for a start, is really start putting the pressure on there. And they got a bit of a head start on me, but it was kind of catch up mode from there. The Waitaki is a tough river, and it's one of those rivers you can either do really, really well on, or it's a river that you can lose a lot of time on as well. Although it's a fast flowing river, it's never the same from day to day. So for us, we went there and we didn't know the river as well as we would have liked, and again it's a confidence for us. So racing downstream at 140 miles an hour, you really want to know where you're going. People like Mike Pooley, who know that river really, really well, he's got the confidence to do that, and we didn't. Look, we lost a bit more time than we had hoped, but hence why we pushed pretty hard when we got back into the Canterbury region. I've tried following Michael before on that river, and it's just impossible, and every time you do, he ducks out of a tree or something like that. So look, we spent a bit of time on it, probably not as much as we would like, and it is a really tough river to get right. And even when you think you've got it right, time's not that great. I did 500 k's on the Rakaia on the lay day we had, and because I love racing on the Rakaia, and it's a great fast flowing river. Once you get above the pylons, it really opens up and you can really get into it. So for us, it's a river that we've always loved. I love racing, but unfortunately it wasn't to be, which was pretty sad because I hadn't even pre-boated the Waimak either. So when we turned around that morning and went to the Waimak, I was kind of like, oh my god, I haven't even been on that river for the last couple of months. So I put all the eggs in one basket really, and that's where it ended up. Michael had a reasonably good lead. He probably didn't need to push too hard, but we'd also caught him up by that stage, and I suspect he may have known that we were behind us, so he wanted to keep pushing. Our idea was to just try and catch him on each leg or get close to him, not pass him. So if we took a couple of minutes or a minute each leg, we would be really good about. So we had a really good run upstream. I love chasing a rooster tail. It's the funnest thing to do. But then when you get really close to the rooster tail, you've still got to get past it. So that's when the hard work starts. The guys had to make some tough calls from an organising point of view of where we should go and what we should do, and they got dealt with a lot of rain, unfortunately. So look, they made the right decisions, and some people would have preferred to run the long leg, and some people preferred the short leg. So there's never any right reason. But I think the short legs worked well for what it was. It was an end of the event. We all didn't want to travel a lot of distances to maybe go back to the Waitaki or somewhere. So I think in hindsight it was a great call. Yeah, look, we've got up to 8 now. 8 starts in the turbine and no DNFs. So for us, that's probably what I'm most proud of in my racing history is to do 8 in a row and not have a DNF. So that's what marathon racing to me is all about. It's a pinnacle of our sport and to get there. But it's a huge team effort, and the guys work tirelessly at night. Nick and the guys at Triple S before the event start work hard on the boat, and I wouldn't say I've got the easiest job, and it's not an easy, and some people go to me, oh my god, that looked easy, but from a team's perspective, we're on the road at 6 and at bed at midnight most days, and they work pretty hard right through the week, and to see the finish line's pretty enjoyable. Everyone keeps asking me what I am going to do next, and we've had 8 wins, and maybe now's a sensible time to hang the helmet and go, now's enough. But I always said I'd try and do the last Worlds back in New Zealand. Would probably be my last one at unlimited turbine boats, but maybe before I pop back into CX class or A class or something along those lines, and it'd be good to give Justin a bit of run for his money in those classes.
He's talking about potentially moving up too.
It could be a good swap from there you go. Michael, come and talk to me.